A volcanic island with a big natural harbor and rich geology, Milos has been mined for millennia for minerals and materials like obsidian, sulfur, and gypsum. The island's geology gives rise to coastal sites that photos can't do justice, like Sarakiniko and Kleftiko, and the kind of beaches that can make you gasp. In the Bronze Age, Milos was home to the city of Firiplaka on its north coast, the most significant port in the Aegean at the time. Today we share the top 10 best things to do in Milos so you can plan a trip and experience all the exciting attractions and activities this beautiful city has to offer. Starting with number 10, Kleftiko. From the port in Adamas, you can set sail for the southwestern corner of Milos, where one of Greece's most photographed natural wonders awaits. Kleftiko is an arena of white cliffs and outcrops you can only reach on the water. At the base of the cliffs and rocks are caves and natural arches, and one has a cave that you'll pass right through and look up at the captivating layered rock that forms the ceiling. At number 9 is the Sarakiniko. If you've looked at any tourism material for Milos, you'll have seen images of this alien environment on the island's north coast. But you have to go to Sarakiniko in person to gauge the full otherworldly beauty of the place. The sea and wind have molded Sarakiniko's bone-white volcanic rocks into sinuous humps and columns. With no sign of vegetation, Sarakiniko is like a moonscape, and you'll want to explore for as long as possible, taking photos of the white rocks and crystalline, blue-green sea. At number 8, Firiplaka Beach. One of a chain of inviting beaches on the remote south coast, Firiplaka is hemmed by eye-catching cliffs streaked with red, brown and yellow. The sand at their foot is pale and delicate, washed by the mostly calm surf unless there's a southerly wind blowing. On all other days, kids will be perfectly safe playing in the water, which is no more than thigh-deep for some distance. On the east side is a beach bar with blocks of sunshades and loungers to rent. At number 7, Firopotamos Beach. Like any other beach on the island, Firopotamos is a beach and a tiny fishing port. This adds another charm to the scene, as the whitewashed fishermen's houses come right down to the water, and the ground floors have blue-painted doors for their stomata, where the boats are stored. The beach has a blend of pebbles and white sand, and being in a cove away from the open sea, the water is clear and a dreamy shade of light blue. At number 6 in our list, Catacombs of Milos. Comparable to the Catacombs of Rome and the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem, this network of underground galleries near Tripoli is an early Christian burial site. The catacombs date from the 1st century AD and were rediscovered in 1840 and excavated shortly after by the esteemed German archaeologist Ludwig Ross. To date, 3 sets of tunnels have been discovered totaling more than 180 meters, where 2,000 Christians were interred in the cavities in the walls or the ground in graves covered with makeshift rocks. At number 5, Ancient Theater of Milos. No more than 200 meters from the catacombs is a theater with tiers of pristine Parian marble seats facing the natural harbor and the dark outline of the hills on the west side. Belonging to the ancient town of Klima, the theater would have first been built in Hellenistic times in the 3rd century BC and had to be reconstructed after the Athenians razed the city in Roman times. The theater is hewn from the hill, and up to 8 tiers of a monument that could once seat 7,000 spectators have been excavated. At number 4, Plaka Castle. At the village of Plaka on the harbor's east flank, you'll come to a narrow stairway trailing up the slope. After some effort, this will deposit you at the second highest peak on Milos at the site of a 13th century Venetian castle. Plaka Castle was a refuge from pirate attacks, and even if not much is left today, you have to go to the top for a panorama of the whole island. At number 3 in our list, Paliorema. This beach may not be easy to get to, as you have to take a dirt track through rugged hills for a few kilometers east of Sykia, but you won't regret the journey once you get there. Paliorema is more than just a place to sunbathe and swim because the ghostly ruins of a sulfur mine back the beach. This was in business for roughly 100 years from the middle of the 19th century, and you can find out about the harrowing working conditions at the Milos Mining Museum. At number 2, Cave of Sykia. Like Kleftiko, Sykia can only be approached by boat, and you will generally stop here on the way to its more famous neighbor. Sykia is a collapsed sea cave with a small shingle beach and a breathtaking cauldron of textured white rock. The light created by the water and this white stone is a joy to behold. Usually your tour boat will wait outside the entrance to the cave, and you'll go inside on an RIB to take a dip in the sparkling blue water and take snaps of the beach. Check out the number 1 places in our list, Paliochori Beach. Chances are you've never had a bathing experience like Paliorema before. Some way southeast of Sykia, this beach has a mix of dark golden sand and shingle and is bounded by stratified rocks with red and yellow blotches. These are laced with sulfur or, with a light smell of sulfur. Stepping into the transparent water, you may sense that it is hot. That's because of the many hot springs that bubble below the water's edge. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite things to do in Milos? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.